Okay, so for this video we have kind of a special one. This one's kind of near and dear to my heart in the sense that I've actually been looking for this exact controller for quite a while now. I just happened upon it. The reason I was looking for this specific one is because I have the console, the PS4 console. It's the Days of Play console. I just was not able to get it with the matching controller. This matching controller has been a surprisingly difficult one to find. What distinguishes it is the silver finish and the, I guess you could call it monochromatic X, square, triangle, and circle buttons. So I finally found it, but there is a couple of caveats with this controller. One, as you guys can see by the condition of it, it is a little bit worse for wear, but I mean it's still in okay condition. Main thing is that both of the sticks have drift in it. Now, I've read mixed reviews online whether or not replacing the actual mechanism, the actual joystick mechanism, fixes that drift or not. So what we're going to do today is we're actually going to go ahead and replace that mechanism and just kind of test for myself if it is something that can be fixed and if that is the best way to fix it. And to do the repair, I actually got these replacement joysticks here. These are TMR electromagnetic joysticks. So I don't know too much about the TMR electromagnetic joysticks. I know it's similar in technology to the Hall Effect style joystick in the sense that it uses magnets, I believe. It's not complete friction, it's just the use of magnets to be able to make those joystick movements. So we're gonna test these out and see how they work, and hopefully it fixes the issue. So let's go ahead and get started. So I got the controller taken apart pretty much entirely. I've already gone ahead and cleaned some of the stuff over here in the shells, as you guys saw. The vibration motor is actually soldered to the board via these cables here. Now, I guess I could probably leave those attached and try to work with the board with it on this frame, but I don't want to take the motors out of this frame. They're kind of stuck in there with like a double-sided sticky tape. I don't want to mess with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to desolder these wires from this board just to make it easier to work with. Alright, so after a lot of delicate cutting, and you can see the pins here, the pod is finally out. I only got one side. I had to take these out individually here and then pull all these little pins out after the fact. So now I'm going to hopefully do it on that side and do it a little bit quicker now that I kind of learned how to do it on this side. Probably going to be, again, difficult to film, so I might not even film it. We'll see. Okay, so it's actually way easier on the second one. Like I said, it's just a learning curve on this one, and by the time I got to the second one, it was a lot easier. So what I just did is the 4 main ones, these on the side, these, and then on the other side as well. Those are cut, and then I separated these guys. And honestly, I just did that with friction. I just bent them back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until it broke, which left these 4 soldered in. And then I just applied a little pressure on one end and I desoldered them a little. And it was actually a lot easier. And I'm not sure, I think you can see it on camera. I did scrape up the PCB on this side just because I was learning. This side is a lot cleaner. That's the side I did second. Hopefully that doesn't mean that there's going to be any shorts or any touching solder. I'll try to make it as clean as possible. Alright, as you guys can see, I got that controller back together. I did opt to use the original joystick covers as opposed to the ones that the kit came with, just in an effort to keep it a little bit more original. And they cleaned up really good. I don't feel any sticky residue on there, and then they cleaned up fine. So now the only thing that's left to do is do a comparison test. I did test it before I did this repair. So as you can see, both joysticks are a little bit jittery. The right one is quite a bit worse than the left one, but they're both kind of bad. I am curious to see how they test now that we did the repair. Okay, so testing the controller right now, as you guys can see, the drift is gone, which was the main issue, so 0 drift, that's great news. But now that there's another issue where the right joystick kind of overextends in the corners, and the left joystick does not reach all the way at the bottom of the movement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a recalibration tool that I found online, recalibrate the joysticks using software, see if that fixes that issue. And alright, looks like that recalibration did fix the issue where the joystick was overextending on the right side and the left side was not reaching the bottom of the movement there. So that's good. Although there's another issue that is still persisting where L3 and R3 are just not working no matter what I do. I've tried hard resetting the controller, I've tried rebooting the calibration, but just for some reason the L3 and R3 aren't working. That's the buttons when you press down on the joysticks. So I did do a little bit of research, and the kit that I used does have compatibility for the L3 and the R3 buttons. So either I just got sent a faulty replacement kit, or maybe I just did something wrong. But I checked all my work, I opened the controller back up, all the soldered joints look good, they have good contact, so I don't think I did something wrong. Maybe it was just a faulty kit, or maybe it just doesn't have that support, even though it does have the click. It does have the physical button, it's just not inputting. But regardless of all that, I'm still going to call it a success because we were out to fix that stick drift, and that stick drift is gone. Maybe down the road I'll try a different replacement kit and see if that fixes the issue, or if somebody maybe has some suggestions. You're more than welcome to leave them in the comment section. But regardless of the L3 and R3 not working, it was still a great learning experience. I don't regret doing it, and I am happy that the drift is actually fixed. I do hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.